Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this late Monday night. Back at you again with another video right here on the Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. And hopefully YouTube can send out my videos to you. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So like, share, subscribe to channels, and don't forget to hit that bell to get notified. Because if you don't, you miss out. And you lose. And that's it. So very important to hit that notification bell. And that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Monday night, November the 23rd, 2020, or if you're watching now from somewhere else, November the 24th, 2020, getting a couple of days close to Thanksgiving this Thursday. And hopefully, hope you have a great and happy Thanksgiving coming up. And then we see you to waste your time and your money on Black Friday on the PS5. That's all I gotta say about that. Just, because that's what's gonna happen. People gonna be rushing all over the country at Walmart and Target to get sales and everything for the PS5, the Xbox Series X or whatever, the S or whatever, and certain games for the systems and everything. And it caused massive fucking chaos and fights and everything because everybody wants a PS5. Just wait till next year, then get it. That's all I can say about that. Don't be an idiot, but you can't stop idiots. That's all. That's why we got this fucking virus still going on. Because people are idiots and they don't know how to wash their hands, social distance, and learn the rules, and that's it. They don't wear a mask. They're a bunch of idiots. They want to die. And when they do get it and die, then then they'll be like, "Oh, I should have listened." Idiots. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Monday night, as always on Monday night, it is time for your late night Monday night review for November the 23rd, 2020, from the Thunderdome in Orlando, Florida, at the Amway Center. All right, we got 2 more weeks of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown at the Amway Center. So we're counting down the days to that. And then the new home of the Thunderdome will be Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay, where the Tampa Bay Devil Rays play. So that'll be the new home for the Thunderdome for the next three or so months, right up until WrestleMania, maybe a little bit after WrestleMania. And then they'll find a new home after that. Wait, where? We don't know. We have to get to about April, around April, to see what happens with that. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, so Monday Night Raw coming off the Survivor Series is the aftermath show from a pretty meh Survivor Series where we saw Team Raw beat Team SmackDown 4-3. So Raw is the dominant brand. They are the best of the best. And then we saw the final farewell of The Undertaker, and which wasn't really that great. Would have been way better with fans, but I mean, it was just a real train wreck of a farewell. What it is, what it is. And that was that. So we're gonna see what's next for the WWE as they start the road to their last pay-per-view of the year, TLC, on December the 20th, about three or so weeks away. So we start the road to that. And tonight, it was like this. Not really that great. Not really anything to show for it. They had I'll get into it right now, and the chat room's open if you want to come in and chat and talk about Monday Night Raw or anything you want. And open forum, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So let me give me 1 second. I have to pop open my notes from Microsoft Word because I got everything tonight. So give me a minute or so before it to load. But like I said, Raw was kind of blah as usual, but I thought it wasn't that great. All right, so we start off. There we go. We start off Monday Night Raw with the stupid freaking demon, which sucks, and then we see highlights from Monday Night Raw from Survivor Series, which, like I said, Team Raw beat Team SmackDown. The men's team clean sweep in their 5-on-5 against Team SmackDown. The Raw women's team beat SmackDown. Lana was the sole survivor. Then we had The Miz win the 18-man dual-branded Battle Royal. We had that, and we also had what was the other one? I forget what the other one was. There was a fourth match they won. I forgot what that match. Oh, yeah, Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn to give them their 4 wins. And on SmackDown, they had Sasha Banks defeated Asuka, Roman Reigns defeated Drew McIntyre, and the Street Profits defeated the New Day. And but in the end, Raw was the dominant brand, and we'll see what happens with both brands as we get to TLC. So we get that. So we go to inside the Thunderdome. We had the Raw men's team in the ring. Keith Lee. We had Keith Lee, Sheamus fella, AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, and Matt Riddle, the winners, everybody's favorite goon, in the ring. Welcome us to Monday Night Raw. So he congratulates Drew for some odd reason, and then he mentions the Undertaker. Then he turns his attention to the men's team. He says they picked up the victory and that they should be rewarded. So he's gonna give each person some time to explain what they should be, why they should be the next in line to Drew McIntyre's WWE title. So Pierce goes to AJ since he is the team captain, but he gets interrupted by Sheamus fella and says AJ is not the captain. Then he starts praising Drew McIntyre, his best friend, for his WWE title win last week against Randy Orton. He says he and Drew go way back; they're the best of friends, and he says he of the match, and then AJ cuts him off. Says we all know Drew is his buddy, so it seems like using the good old boy system is in play. And he's like, I'm not cool with that. And as for MVP, well, that's me. And then Keith Lee's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I hate to interrupt, but I saved your ass from getting eliminated. So the other team captain, so kind of obvious that I'm worthy of the belt, or to get a shot. And then Matt Riddle says, WWE champion, though he said championship is what is, kind of screwed up his lines because he's fucking high as fuck. And then he says he beat King Corbin, so that must make him King Bro. And then Sheamus is like, you're a real dope. And then Riddle was going on and on about that with the nicknames, Bro Lee for Keith Lee. And he's like, what does Mongoose think? Which I think was Braun Strowman. Yeah, Braun Strowman. What are you doing, cat? Crazy cat going crazy again. So Adam Pearce was like, what do you mean I'm last? I wasn't last, this and that. So Adam Pearce is trying to calm him down. He's saying, like, it's just a figure of speech. And Braun's like, oh, you think you call me an idiot now? He said, and he grabs Adam Pearce and he says, oh, after all I've done for you, this is how you treat me, huh? I want an apology. And he's like, basically saying, if you don't pick me, I'm gonna kick your ass. Then he headbutts Adam Pearce. Ooh, that's not gonna be good. And then Matt Riddle stands in between them, and Braun yells at everybody and stares Adam Pearce down, and basically like, did what I did. That's it. So yeah, it sucks to be Braun Strowman, because it looks like he might be in a lot of trouble. He might get fined, he might get suspended, he might even get fired. But we'll see with that. So I give that first segment 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right. Then we go to commercial. We come back. We get commentary. Tom Stupid Idiot Phillips, Byron Saxton, and Samoa Joe talking about what just happened. We get a replay of it, and they were explaining that Pearce was about to name the guy to face Drew, but Braun just head-butted him. So I guess we'll never find out. And sorry, hearing stuff in my bedroom because I have Rose's mom's staying for Thanksgiving, so gotta be, it is. But we find out that later we're gonna get a tag team title between the New Day and Curtis Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. A segment from earlier in the day, with a Hurt Business, the entire Hurt Business, MVP Shelton, Cedric, and Bobby Lashley. They come up to the New Day. They call them embarrassments because they lost Street Profits at Survivor Series. If you would mind some that you guys lost to us last week for the tag titles. Keep playing play. And Kofi's like, oh, hold on there, son. You know, but Xavier Woods is like, oh, you want to fight? Let's fight. Come on. Like he like gets him right up to Cedric. Cedric says they're telling says we're not telling you, we're asking and demanding that we get a title shot and that I deserve the spotlight. So Woods is like, okay, you want a title shot? You got it. So we get we're gonna get the tag team match coming up in just a little bit, and that's all. That's all I gotta say about that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and we move on from there. And like I said, the chat room's open if you want to chat. I know it's late, just almost 2 o'clock in the morning, so most people are sleeping, you know, or on the West Coast. It is 10 o'clock, so hello to the West Coast and hello to everybody around the world. It is what it is. All right, then we get to match number 1 for the Raw Tag Team belts. The New Day taking on the Hurt Business, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton. Match was alright. The ending kind of sucked. It is what it is. Starts with Shelton and Xavier Woods, and Xavier Woods shows his quickness, and he starts WWE shit, gyrating his man pelvis. So MVP starts yelling at Shelton. It's like, you need to control your fury. So Shelton goes to work, starts beating the crap out of Xavier Woods for a while. In and out tags to Cedric. They get a near fall on a suplex attempt, and then just another one. And then out of nowhere, Shelton with a surprise running into Kofi, who was just. So as we go to break, we come back. Xavier Woods comes back, tags in Kofi Kingston. Comes in off the top rope with an elbow, and then hits a right hand to Cedric, drop kick Shelton. Drop. And then Kofi waits for Shelton to stand, goes for Trouble in Paradise. Shelton ducked, kicks into Kofi in the corner. He rushes Shelton with a right hand. Then he locks the head. Kofi fights him off. Hits a headbutt. Shelton will go down. And then Kofi's sent to the outside. Outside hard, and it looked like his knee buckled. Didn't look good. Shelton joins him on the outside as a ref. So they're beating up each other. Referee hits 9. Shelton sends Kofi into the ring, and Shelton before the 10 count. Free called for the bell, and the New Day win by count out. So that sucks. So I gave that the ring, and because the New Day were like making fun of them, and he demands that the ref are gonna do it that way. We're gonna you're gonna win it. We're gonna win it the easy way. So anyway, but the referee holds her business hands up for some odd reason. Even though that why you would raise the hands of the challengers, because they basically didn't. It is what it is anyway. So Kofi tells Xavier Woods he's tired of this. MVP call scared and says, and tells the referee to restart the match. So referee John Cone, he's like, Kofi and Xavier are like, all right, let's beat him up again. So we restart the match, and it was a little bit better. Starts off with Kofi and Shelton again. Kofi sends Shelton to the outside. Kofi lands before, and he's grabbing at his knee. Looked like he might have twisted the knee, or the knee buckled, and just not good for Kofi. That might come into play later on, but we'll see. So referee counting him out, hits 7. Shelton drags Kofi back in, and they start to work on Kofi. They get a cover on an elbow drop for a 1 count. Then another one, same thing. And they're beating the living crap out of Kofi for a while. They're working on the knee. Cedric with some leg strikes and some different variations of the Indian Deathlock. And we're working on the knee, as Shelton was doing the same. And Kofi tries to make a comeback, and about to tag Xavier Woods, but Cedric pulled Woods off the apron, and then his SOS Shelton for a near fall, but he's still hurting. And Xavier is pissed, and we get a cover on Kofi for a near fall, and Kofi, and then Shelton gets on the apron. Kofi kicks Cedric, and he's hobbling and to his corner. Finally gets the tag out Xavier Woods, who comes in. He comes in like a house of fire. Comes in with a clothesline, then another one, a leg lariat. Shelton comes in and goes right back out. And then Xavier Woods, he's on fire. He throws Shelton to the outside, and he hits a flippity-doo on the outside, taking out Shelton. And goes back in. He press slams Cedric for a near fall. And then they go back and forth, grabbing each other's head. And then Cedric gets the advantage. Tornado DDT off the ropes. Tags in Shelton. Comes in with the angle slam for a near fall as Kofi saves the match. And then Cedric flies. Kofi sends him to the outside. And Kofi kind of dies. He pulls the ropes and then flips over on Cedric. And then Shelton picks up Xavier Woods, but Woods rolls through into a pinning combination. 1, 2, 3. The New Day retain the tag team titles, and MVP was not a happy camper, and that's it. But the New Day get the victory, and the match was all right. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's all I gotta say about that. And we will move on from there. So we shall see what happens with that. So it looks like the New Day and the Hurt Business is gonna go back and forth with tag title matches and maybe singles matches, and then eventually maybe the Hurt Business finally get the tag team belts, maybe at TLC or the Rumble. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, and we move on. All right. We go to the trainer's room, the doctor trainer's room, where Adam Pearce comes out, and we see Charlie Caruso. There we go. Charlie Caruso comes up to him, asks him how he's feeling. He says he needs to take it easy for a week, so probably won't see him next week, but we'll see. He says Braun has been escorted out of the building, but it was up to him. He'd fire him. So Charlie asks him, and we get this back and forth thing with Charlie asking him, well, what the decision on who's going to face Drew is. Then we see Bobby Lashley come up and says, "I was the only champion to win last night at the Survivor Series," and he says that he deserves a shot. And then Adam's like, "Can we speak in private?" And then he's like, "Charlie, get out of here." So that's that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. So maybe Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre, the WWE title. We'll see what happens. We go to commercial. We come back. We see Charlie Caruso and Adam Pearce again. And then Charlie's like, "Well, how did the talk with Bobby Lashley go?" And before Adam Pearce can say anything, we get Randy Orton and his mother's voice come in and stares down Adam Pearce. So and then that's that. And looks like it might be Randy Orton, might be Bobby Lashley. He's got, they both got a case. Randy has a case because he gets an automatic rematch. But we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars as well. Okay, so we stay backstage, getting the TNA segments of Doom. So we're all backstage. We don't go right to the action. But we're backstage with Lana, the Soul Survivor women's team. She's with Sarah Schreiber. And Sarah says she's gone from being driven through a table 9 times to becoming a Soul Survivor, and asks Lana how she feels. Lana says last night was the greatest moment of her career, and she's on top of the world. So Sarah's like, "Well, what's next for you? You know, maybe a Raw Women's title shot." So Lana's like, "I can't even think right now. I just want to live in the moment." And she's like, I'm dreaming, but please don't wake me up. This might be a dream." It is what it is. So we'll see what happens with Lana later on. Maybe we'll get what happens with that. Maybe like Sarah said, maybe she gets a Raw Women's title match against Asuka, but we'll see what happens. So I gave all that 2 out of 5 stars, and that's it. We move on. And after that, we go back to Adam Pearce and Charlie Caruso. So let's try this for the 3rd time. 3rd time's the charm. So Adam Pearce says, "Well, I have come to a solution, and we're going to settle this in the ring. We're going to have 3 singles matches, and the winners will meet in a triple threat match next week. And of that match, will face Drew McIntyre for the WWE title." Now, I don't know if that's going to be at TLC or it's going to be on Monday Night Raw. They never explained that. So he said the first qualifying match will be Matt Riddle taking on Sheamus fella. So we'll see what happens with that. So I give that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, so we get to match number 2 with Sheamus. Was an okay match. So Riddle comes out, and then Sheamus comes out. So the match the bell rings, and Riddle wants to, fist bump, but Sheamus is like, "I ain't having that." And then Riddle's like, "Come on, man, respect your bro." But Sheamus then shoved him. Was like, "I'm not having this. You call me Fireface." It is what it is. So they go back and forth. Riddle takes the fight time. Sheamus starts beating him up. Goes for an underhook. Riddle with the go behind. Hops on Sheamus' back. Sheamus spins him off. And then they lock up. Riddle locks him up against the ropes. Referee has to break it up. And then they break it up. Side headlock from Sheamus into a takedown. And then Riddle works Sheamus a little technical work. He does the knee to the face, then turns, locks the arm behind Sheamus. Sheamus gets up and hits a knee to the gut. And then 1 to the back. Riddle and Sheamus fight it out in the corner. Riddle getting some shots in. Sheamus hits him with a hard clothesline. Then a kick to the back and a knee to face. Then he wraps his legs around the head of Riddle. He grabs the arm, pulling it back. Riddle tries to escape, so a little submission move. Pulls his leg forward Riddle pulls his legs forward into an arm bar counter. Sheamus gets to the ropes. Referee has to break the hold. Sheamus rolls to the outside, and then Sheamus calls Riddle a dopey muppet from the outside. Comes in, drives a knee to the gut, suplex in the middle of the ring for a near fall. Then he locks the arm. Riddle gets him in a fireman's carry. Then he fights with some rights onto the outside. Goes to the apron, hops off the apron. Riddle kicks him. Then he hits an explosive suplex. And on the outside, grabs Sheamus and sends him to the back of the ring. And then hits the Broton for a near fall. Then he starts going to work on Sheamus with a kick to the chest. And then punches him in the face. Sheamus then sends him to the apron. Pulls Riddle up. And does the 10 clubbing blues of doom. Boom. And he shows to the outside. Riddle gets on the apron at 6. And Sheamus grabs him, hits an uppercut. And Riddle comes out of the corner with a kick. Goes up top, flies. Sheamus catches him, and then he sends Riddle into the ropes, looks to kick him in the gut. And he goes for a shoulder in the corner, but Riddle moves. Sheamus hits the ring post. Ow. Riddle with some kicks to the chest of Sheamus. Sheamus gets up and picks up Riddle, and Alabama slams him down. As we go to break, come back. Sheamus is still in control, stomping on the hand of Riddle, and puts Riddle on the apron. He swings and punks Sheamus in the chest. Then he hits a springboard floating bro. Then he sends Sheamus with this outside, and then he brings him in the ring, goes up top, goes for a crossbody. Sheamus caught him. He swings and hits a hard slam for a very near fall. Then he locks in a clover leaf, and Riddle is right near the ropes, so the referee had to break it up. He tries for the clubbing blows of doom over the ropes again. Riddle stopped it and works the arm around the rope. Then he hits a hangman neckbreaker to Sheamus, and he goes behind. Sheamus reversed it into a heel hook. Riddle reversed into a heel hook. Riddle comes back. Sheamus looks to break Riddle's foot, but Riddle goes down, and he gets pinned for a near fall. Riddle comes back with a kick to the chest a couple times, just beating the crap out of Sheamus at this point. Hits a big kick to the face for a near fall. Goes for another kick. Sheamus rolled him up. Riddle rolls through and hits a big, almost like a trip. Then he goes to the top rope. Sheamus comes from behind, trips Riddle up, clubs the back. Riddle turns, hits a right hand, and then Sheamus comes back with a right hand, then another one. Then on the top rope, Sheamus looking for white noise, and he hits it off the second rope, which was devastating, and looked like he about to win, but Riddle kicked out at 2. And Sheamus gets up, starts pounding his chest, going for the brogue kick. He's about to hit it, but Riddle's like, bleh, and he collapsed. And referees has to check on him. He's like, seeing if he was not dead or not. Sheamus picks him up, tells him he'll never be tough like him. It hits a headbutt, then a big kick to the side of the face. Goes for another one, and actually a headbutt, and then Riddle comes up with a high kick to the side of the face. Goes for another one. Sheamus gets him on his shoulders. Riddle rolls through. Sheamus reverses, locks in the cloverleaf. Riddle escaped, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Matt Riddle gets the win, and he is the first participant in that triple threat match next week for a shot at Drew McIntyre. So it was all right. Nice 20, almost 21-minute match. I didn't think it went a little bit too long, but it is what it is. But pretty decent match. I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and we'll see what happens with in the next qualifying match to join a triple threat match next week, and we will move on from there, and that's it. All right, there we go backstage. Where we see Lana walking, and she runs into Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka. So Asuka comes in. Oh, dancing. He's like, oh, I think I heard you want title shot. Like, no. I'm not even thinking about a title shot. And she's like, you're the best in the world. You're the champ. I was just like, oh, it's okay. I challenge. I accept your challenge. So it looks like with Lana, Asuka 2. We all remember Asuka Lana 1, where we all know Asuka won. And we'll see. Maybe Lana goes home champion and bangs Miro. I don't know, but we'll see. And that's that. So we'll see what happens in that match coming up in a little bit. So I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. Asuka being the champion, she is like, okay, Lana, you're great. You're the sole survivor. I'm gonna give you a title shot, but you're gonna lose anyway. And that's that. Anyway, that's that. All right, then we go to the Firefly Funhouse with our friends Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss, Miss Bliss, and they look. Bray looks ready for Thanksgiving, and Alexa's in her little big doll outfit with her pigtails and everything, looking cute. So Alexa says tonight's episode is about something truly evil, demonic, vile. So they talk about friendship, and Bray's like, friends will you be the best of friends at one moment, then they'll let you down. And he says friends are no good, just like Nikki Cross. And then we get a new character in the Funhouse. We get Friendship the Frog, not Kermit the Frog. So we get Friendship Frog, and it says true friendship lasts forever. And Bray tells Alexa, let's show him what true friendship is all about and what you're gonna do to Nikki later tonight. So Lexi closes her eyes, and then we see Bray Wyatt's hand come in, and he pulls him out. Then we see demonic evil Alexa, and some in her ear, and so takes the scepter of Bray Wyatt and starts beating the living crap out of the frog, and kills him. And we see the frog die and have green ooze coming. And they come back. They're all sad, and they're all sad that he died. And we see like Friendship Frog 1980 to 2020. So he was 40 years old. Kind of like, I think Randy Orton's 40 years old, something like that. But it is what it is. So Bray's like, let us have a brief moment of silence for Frank Frog. And like I said, he was 40 years old. And they come back, and both of them are sad. And then Bray's like, man, I'm so sorry that he croaked. So, and then they start laughing and like, bye. That was funny. So it was pretty good Firefly Funhouse. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we'll see what happens with Nikki and Alexa later on. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. And that's it. All right. Then we get to match number 3 for the Raw Women's title. Lana taking on Asuka. But before we get to the match, we hear the music of Nia Jax. And comes out with Shayna Baszler, the women's tag team champions. And I guess we're going to see Lana get put through a table for the 10th time. But we'll see. So we get to the match. They lock up. Lana takes Asuka down with an arm drag. Asuka like, oh, impressive. And then they lock up again. Lana with a side headlock. Asuka sends him to the ropes. Lana flies over, hits the ropes, and gets a roll up on Asuka for a near fall. Then she stopped. I was like, oh, what do I do? And goes to a roundhouse kick. Asuka hits a knee right in the face. Lana rolls to the outside. And then Asuka slides through the ropes as right near the announce table. And then Nia and Shayna is like, oh, you can't beat Lana? What's the matter? You can't beat Lana? Blah, 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 blah. They start talking crap. Asuka's like, no, starts getting mad. And then he takes a water bottle and starts drenching Nia and Shayna with it. So, and then Nia and Shayna attack Asuka, and we get a disqualification, no contest really. So that kind of sucks. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. Maybe, and so we get that, and then after that, Nia and Shayna double team Asuka until she can't get up. And then Nia picks up Asuka, looking to put her through table. And Lana heads to the outside, saves Asuka. Yeah. Saves Asuka from that. And then they get in the ring, and they go out, and then Shayna and Nia try to get them. And then Lana and Asuka leave the other side of the ring. They go up the ramp, and they're like, ha, ha, ha. And then Nia Jax, for some reason, gets the mic and says, oh, you started something. Why don't you get back in here and finish it? So they basically challenge Asuka and Lana to a match. And guess what? We get a Teddy Long tag team match player. So, yeah, we get that. So we get Lana and Asuka taking on the tag team champions, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Match number 4, and the match wasn't anything to write home about. Starts with Shayna and Asuka and Lana in the ring. Nia tags in, beats the crap out of Lana, tosses her all the way across the ring, hits a clothesline, tags in Shayna, and then sends Lana to the outside. Shayna rolls it back in, steps on her leg, tags back in Nia. Nia just destroys Lana on the corner, and she starts berating Lana, her pathetic. Lana's crying. Lana, I told you there's no crying in wrestling. I mean, fight back. Come on. You can do it. Do it for me, Ro. Come on. You're getting buried. Come on. Fight back. Show Vince McMahon that he made a mistake. But it is what it is. Nia shows up. Lana slaps Nia in the face a few times and kicks her. Then looks to tag in Asuka, but Nia sends her into the corner, tagging Shayna. They go back to work on Lana and just beating the living crap out of her. And Shayna slides out of the ring, grabs Lana. Lana kicks Shayna away, gets the hot tag to Asuka, comes in with a kick, then the ass attack to Nia, and then goes back to work on Shayna with an elbow and a kick, then another one, and then running knees to face. She rushes to the corner with another hip attack, and Shayna with a waist lock, Asuka with a back fist, and then she locks up and hits a German suplex. Then she goes off the ropes with a shining wizard for a near fall. And then Asuka picks up, kicks Shayna in the chest. Or goes for a kick. Shayna caught it, drops Asuka, and hits a knee to face for a near fall. And then Nia pulls Lana off the apron while Asuka and Shayna are in the middle of the ring fighting. And it looks like Lana was about to go through the table for the 10th time. So Nia gets it ready. She picks her up. Looks like she's about to do it. And then Lana fights out of it. And she attacks Nia. Nia shoves her into the announce table. And then she backs up, looks to crush Lana through the table. But Lana moved and Nia flies flies over the announce table. Said he didn't hit Byron Saxton. Damn. So while in the ring, while this is happening, Shayna grabs Lana on the apron, locks in the Kira feet clutch. But Asuka comes from behind, rolls her up with a 1920 schoolgirl. 1, 2, 3. Lana and Asuka pick up the victory in a match that wasn't anything to write home about. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. So Lana kind of gets a little bit of revenge. She didn't go through a table this week for the 10th time, but still got a couple more weeks in the year, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens with that. But it kind of still continues the Lana, Nia, Jax feud, but we'll see what happens with that. So like I said, the match I gave 2 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we move on from there. All right, then we get to a segment where we see Matt Riddle just chilling. Bro! Walking in the back. Runs up to MVP. He's like, "What's up, OG?" I mean, MVP. Blah, blah. And he's like, "I just came in here to wish Lashley good luck in his match with Keith Lee coming up next." He says it's gonna be a fight for the ages. And he's like, "Since you're a businessman, I got some ideas for some business investments, such as pizza flavored yogurt." And then he's like, we can call it burger, some shit like that. He's like, "I got a whole bunch more. I can go on for days." And MVP's like, "Shut up." And he's like, "Lashley doesn't have time for this." And he's like, "I'm not your bro." And he's like, "Oh, but I'll say, okay. So you got some ideas? Okay, I'll hear them out. I'll give you a couple weeks to get your best ideas, and come back. You can pitch me your ideas. And if I like them, we can do business. If we don't, the Hurt Business will do some business to you." So looks like we're gonna get like a Hurt Business Matt Riddle feud. So who's not winning next week? That's gonna be Matt Riddle. It's not gonna win, but it is what it is, and that's that. So I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars, and we move on from there, and that's it. All right. After that, we go back to the ring with match number 5, Bobby Lashley taking on Keith Lee in the qualifying match. Keith Lee's got new music that he debuted last night at the Survivor Series. Better than the one he came with when he came to WWE. That remix, "Bask in His Glory." Now he has a kind of a rock theme, like a rock rap theme, but not bad. It is what it is. So we get to the match, and my computer is just taking a crap. No, I don't know what happened. I'm trying to get my notes back in order, and my computer's taking a snooze. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, got it back. Computer just took a. All right, get to Bobby Lashley and Keith Lee. Pretty decent match. Let me just see how much time. Oh, I got pretty much. All right, so it's also with Lee missing a clothesline. Then Bobby Lashley goes for a suplex, but Lee with a side headlock. Then tries to transition to a wrist lock, and Bobby comes back with a side headlock. Keith Lee lifts Lashley very single-handedly. It was pretty, just lifts him up with ease. Lashley tightens the hold. Lee tries to send him into the ropes. Lashley's not letting go. So Lee shoves him, tries for a tackle, and Bobby Lashley tries for a shoulder tackle and hits it. Lee no-sells it, and then he gets back up and blocks a right hand. Sends Lashley to the corner with some right hands, then an uppercut, then a back elbow to face, and then another one. Just going to work on Lashley. Lashley comes out of the corner with a chop. Then he hits the flatliner on him. Goes for the cover, only gets a 1 count. Lashley's like, and he's pissed. Goes for the full Nelson, but Keith Lee blocks it, and they go off the ropes, and Lee with a shoulder tackle on Lashley, and then hits a clothesline saying Lashley over the ropes, and then Keith Lee looks for a dive through the ropes, but MVP is there to stop it and distract Keith Lee, but Keith Lee gets out of the ring anyway, and then Lashley with a clothesline off the distraction, and then he shoves Keith Lee into the barricade. He lifts Lee, tries to toss him into the ring post, but Keith Lee just fell right into it. So kind of a little bit of a botch. And that's that. So we go to break, and we come back to beat each other up in the middle of the ring. And Lashley tries to go for the arm. And keeps locking his fingers to prevent an armbar or something like that. Tries to get Lashley off his wrist, but Bobby hits some knees to the chest, and then a neck breaker for a 1 count. As Lashley stops the pin, drops a knee, pulls back on the chin. Keith Lee tries to get the ropes, so Lashley stands between the ropes, hits a right hand, and then another one, and then Keith Lee rushes with a spear, Lashley, and dropped him. Hits a suplex, made it basically look easy. Like, bro, pick him up easy. That's that. And he tries to force it again, but only got half of it in. As Lee pushes him away. He hits the corner, and then Keith Lee with the elbow hops over. He hops over, and Bobby hits the turnbuckle. Ouch. With some punches back and forth. Big splash in the corner. He hits the ropes and hits the pouch. Period. And sends Lashley to the outside. Keith Lee goes to leave the ring. He runs and hits a crossbody to Lashley. Then he throws Lashley in the ring. The referee's checking on Lashley. Then MVP gets involved, shows Keith Lee into it. Keith Lee got in about 9.5. And Lashley gets up, looks for the hurt lock for the 3rd time. Keith Lee is he was kind of out of it, and he just somehow wakes up, gets out of the hole, puts Lashley and gets Lashley on his gets on his back with a 1925 sleeper, and then Lee drops back onto Lashley, and MVP saw that looked like Lee was about to win the match, and he comes into the ring and attacks him to cause a disqualification. So Keith Lee gets the win via disqualification. Match was alright, gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So Keith Lee is the 2nd participant in that triple threat match. He joins Matt Riddle. And we'll see who the 3rd and final participant will be between AJ Styles and Randy Orton. And it's not this voice coming up at the end of the show. So we'll see what happens with that. So So not a bad match. There was a little bit of a botch and a misstep here and there, but still not a bad match. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars instead of 2.25. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that was pretty much all I got to say about that. And then afterwards, Keith Lee dropped MVP, and he was announced the winner by disqualification. And that's that. All right. Sorry. So I get that. Let me move on. All right. Then after that, we get a long video package of the Alexa Bliss Nikki Cross feud, or Nikki trying to get Alexa's friendship back, and Lexi being turned by the Fiend and everything, and then basically Lexi trying again to get her back to being Lexi, but Lexi turns into the demon Lexi, and so that. So we get Nikki by the gorilla position as she was ready for her match. Sarah Schreiber comes up and she's asking what's going on, and Nikki said she didn't give up. Alexa gave up on her friendship. She says the last few months she's done nothing but try and talk to Lexi. She's tried and tried and tried, and she's sick and tired of trying. She mentions last week she made it perfectly clear that she doesn't want her help. So Nikki's like, message received, and she says she's sick and tired about worrying about her and their friendship, and there's only one thing she cares about, and she's going to beat the Fiend out of Alexa Bliss. She was going to say beat the fuck out of her, but this is PG. So it's like, don't say it. So she meant the Fiend out of Alexa Bliss. And that's that. Then she goes to the ring with some weird freaking music. I don't know who thought of that music, but it is what it is. So she goes to the ring, and that's that. So I gave the segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, then we get to match number 6, Alexa Bliss taking on Nikki Cross. This match kind of sucked. Nikki was ready to beat the crap out of Alexa. Alexa's, moving, and she's rolling around. She's like, trying to be Trey Miguel, doing all this, and then they run around the ring, and they get in, and like he's still going. And then finally, Nikki just had enough, starts beating the crap out of Lexi, but Lexi's like, beat me up. Yay. Come on, beat me up. Yeah. She's laughing up a storm. Just beat Lexi up. And then finally Alexa's like, Lexi stops laughing, and then she starts crying. I mean, really, wrestling? And then she starts crying, and then she looks at what she's wearing, and she's like, "What the fuck am I wearing? Why can't I?" No. And then she just like snaps out of her spell, and she's like, "What's going on? What's this?" And she's crying. She's like, she doesn't know what's going on, and she's like, "Nikki, come here, Nikki, hug me." So Nikki, being the dumb bitch that she is, falls for it. So they get up, Nikki hugs her, and then Alexa Bliss just goes, boom, Sister Abigail, 1, 2, 3, and gets the win, and that's that. And then Lexi goes to the back, like, look at me. And that's that. So Alexa Bliss gets the win. Match gave 2 out of 5 stars. And yeah, but this is probably Alexa's best character to date. When she was a heel, she played a good heel. When she was SmackDown Raw Women's Champion, and now she's just amazing right now with being Sister Abigail with Bray Wyatt. Really kind of bumped their career to the next level, and we'll see where it goes from here. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on from there. All right, so like I said, 2 out of 5 stars for that, and we on. All right, after that we get the Undertaker, the video package from Survivor Series. So if you missed the Survivor Series and missed the Undertaker segment, you get to watch it again. I watched it again. I cried again. You know, it is what it is. Like I said, the Undertaker is the GOAT, my favorite wrestler of all time, and there will never be another Undertaker. There will never be another Undertaker. Another guy that goes 20 some odd years into 20, 30 years in the business, just kicking some ass, and that's it. And then he goes off and rides off in the sunset. But the farewell was trash. Basically, he talks for 3 minutes, and they have all these people in the ring, and then they do the video package. They come back. Vince McMahon's in the ring. Everybody else has left. Vince is in the ring. Talk and praises the Undertaker. He says, "No, nobody will have a legacy like the Undertaker." Blah blah blah. He talks about the WWF a little bit. Then he praises him some more, and he's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Undertaker." And then Taker comes out. Takes about 50 minutes to come out, and then gets to the ring, and basically says what he had to say. He's like, "My time for the Undertaker to rest in peace." And then he stops, and then he does this, and then he bows down, does the pose, and we see a hologram of Paul Bearer. And then he goes up the ramp, and lightning and everything going around him. And then he looks in the back. He looks back to the ring, and then he throws up his arm. And that's the last thing we see from the Undertaker. So Undertaker is now officially retired. Though Vince will try to get him back for one final match. Maybe at WrestleMania 37, because without Taker at WrestleMania, it'll suck. And that's that. I think Taker wasn't at a couple of WrestleManias. I think WrestleMania 10. I think he wasn't at WrestleMania 10. I don't think he was at 20. And I think there's a couple others that he might have missed. I know for a fact he missed 2 of them, as far as I know, 2, 10 and 20. And that was that. So, but Taker goes off into the sunset. A great career. Hopefully gets into the Hall of Fame here, but we'll see. And that's that. You sneaky cunt. That's that. All right. That's that. All right. Then we get to the end of the night. The main event, match number 7, the last qualifying match. Randy Orton in his monotonous voice taking on AJ Styles. And this was a pretty decent match to end the show. Not great, but pretty good. Right out of the gate, AJ tried for a roll up for a near fall. And then AJ's like, hey, gotcha. Orton's like, you bitch. So they go around the ring. They lock up. Orton drops forearm on the back, sends AJ in the ropes. AJ ducks, slides under, but eats an uppercut from Randy. Then a stomp to the foot. And then scrapes his boot over the face of AJ. AJ comes back with a throat thrust and some shoulders in the corner. Sends Randy into ropes, hits that phenomenal drop kick. Goes to the cover, only gets a 2 count. And then He's about to get up. Randy with a good old Roddy Piper thumb to the eye. Sends AJ out of the ring. And he grabs AJ, hits an uppercut near the barricade. Then he's about to whip him into the other barricade. He whips him right into Jordan, the big black diesel. Then he puts AJ on the apron. AJ hits a running kick to him, and it was good. As the referee starts counting, AJ slides under the ropes, locks up the waist, and hits a back suplex to Orton on the announce table, and it didn't break. I am the table. As we go to break, we come back. Orton comes back, as always. The heels come back doing the break. Orton's beating up AJ on the ropes, gets AJ to the top rope. AJ slides on the post Orton down. Orton hits the turnbuckle. Then he clips the leg, and he starts working on the leg for a little bit. So he locks in a leg lock. Orton tries to get out of it, and then AJ continues to try to go for the leg. Orton comes back with a right hand. AJ rolls through for try to go for the calf crusher, but Orton escapes, hits a swinging kick to AJ's chest. Then he picks up AJ for a suplex and drops him over the top rope, and then he covers for a near fall. Goes for another suplex, but AJ lands on his feet and clips the leg again. AJ picks him up in a fireman's carry, looking for the Ushikoroshi. Orton gets out of it, hits a neck breaker for a near fall. Then he grabs AJ, sends him on the apron, looking for the Demon DDT, but AJ escapes, takes the legs down, tries for the calf crusher again, but Orton's like, I'm not going to let you get it, but if AJ gets it, gets the crusher locked in, Orton's screaming and reaching for the bottom rope and gets it. The submission is broken, and then AJ runs at Orton with that patented Viper power slam. Then he's pounding the ring, goes for the RKO, but AJ escaped. Sends Orton to the outside, where Orton trips AJ up on the apron. And then the Fiend's music hits, and Orton's backed up near the barricade. And then we see the Fiend just pop up, and then he's just stopped. And then they go back in the ring, and then we see from like this side, we see Bray Wyatt jump over the barricade, but it looked like the cameraman missed it, dumbass. So Orton gets AJ goes for the phenomenal form, but Orton clips the Demon DDT off the ropes, and then he was looking for the RKO, but then the lights go out, and in sections, the Fiend's like the Fiend was about to come out. We come back on. Orton's in the corner. Actually, he's on the apron, and he's looking around, and then we see the Fiend come from behind. Orton turns around, looks at him, and then the Fiend's like, ugh! And Orton gets scared. Then the lights go out again. They come back on. The Fiend's gone. AJ gets on the apron, hits a phenomenal form. 1-2, AJ Styles gets the win, and he goes on to the threat match to face Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. So that's that. So the match was alright. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So it looks like we're gonna get another Randy Orton Bray Wyatt feud, but it looks like Randy Orton and the Fiend probably at TLC. So it should be an okay match. I don't think they're gonna have a stipulation or anything, but we'll see. And that's it for Monday Night Raw. So next week we will have AJ Styles, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle in a triple threat match to see who faces Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. And I don't know, like I said, it might be the week after on Raw, or it might be at TLC. We don't know yet. But if I had to put my money on the match, I would probably go with AJ Styles to win. I think Jordan might get involved. And I think we'll see Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles either on Raw or maybe at TLC. And maybe a TLC match. I don't know. I think that would suck. But it is what it is. I just think AJ will get the title shot, but still lose. And Drew will hold it probably to the Royal Rumble, and then maybe Drew loses at the Royal Rumble, and then whoever wins it, I think Randy will win it back, and then hold it till WrestleMania, then lose it at WrestleMania to probably Edge if Edge comes back and wins the Royal Rumble. So there's so many, things that could happen at the Royal Rumble. Edge can come back and not win the Royal Rumble, not win the Royal Rumble. And then they have Edge against Bray Wyatt and maybe Alexa Bliss, and then Beth Phoenix gets involved. They might do that. Then again, if Edge doesn't win, then who do you pick? I would probably go with either Big E, or I go with Keith Lee. But they can go the Big E route. Big E wins and he faces Roman at WrestleMania and beats Roman, wins the Universal title, gets his big moment in the sun, goes on a nice little run with the belt, and then probably loses at SummerSlam back to Roman. But so many questions that we have, and we have all these ideas of who might win the Royal Rumble, what's going to happen at WrestleMania. We're not even at Royal Rumble time yet. Not even the end of the year. Not even 2021 yet. So we got about 5 weeks left of this year, and then we got another 3-4 weeks to the Royal Rumble. So we got about 8 to 10 weeks before the Royal Rumble comes around. So anybody can win the Royal Rumble at this point. It could be Edge, could be Big E, could be Keith Lee, could be somebody completely different. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. So Monday Night Raw was kind of a snore fest, as it usually is on Monday night. Nothing great. I think the Bray Wyatt segment was the only good thing on Monday Night Raw, and that's that. So like I said, next week we got Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, and AJ in a number one contenders triple threat match. See who faces Drew for the WWE title, and we'll see who wins that. And we'll see what happens with Asuka next week. We'll see what happens with Lana and Nia Jax next week, and a lot more coming your way next Monday night as we end November on the November 30th edition of Monday Night Raw from the Thunderdome in Orlando, Florida. So we'll see what happens next week on Monday Night Raw. And that's pretty much it. So my final rating for Monday Night Raw, I gave it right down the middle of that, like Bill Alfonso says, 5 out of 10 stars. And I just thought it was a kind of a ho-hum show. Nothing great. Just 3 hours of boredom. And that's it. That's all I can say about that. So thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and my other channels as well. Don't forget to friend me on Facebook, or you can follow me on Facebook as well. Just type in Peter Gilmore. Peter Gilmore, you'll find me somewhere on Facebook. You can follow me if you want. You don't have to friend me. You can follow me. And click the Twitter link down below in the description box. And you can follow me on Twitter. You can ask your questions through Twitter. You can send me a DM, or you can send me a tweet with your questions. Or come back in the next time I do a live video, which will be Wednesday night for my AEW review on the Peter Gilmore YouTube Wrestling channel. And You can ask me anything you want about wrestling, sports, politics, whatever you want. And that's all I gotta say about that. So that's it. So once again, 5 out of 10 stars for Monday Night Raw, and we'll see what happens next week on the show. So that's it. Thank you all for watching this video. Get some sleep if you're in the Northeast, and if you're in the West Coast, hope you had a great Monday and an even better Tuesday. And I'll enjoy another day off tomorrow. Really not going to be doing anything. Probably just relaxing and cleaning up Casa del Gilmore for Thanksgiving. Not that I'm going to be around for Thanksgiving because I got to work late, which sucks. But I get time and a half making the money you fuckers wish you had. Then I got to work Black Friday. Then I got to work on Saturday. Same fucking time. I got to work 3 o'clock all the way up to 11 o'clock. It sucks. So I'm not going to get much sleep between Thursday and Saturday afternoon. So it is what it is. But like I said, making money that you wish you had. And eventually I will celebrate Thanksgiving with my girlfriend and her family. Probably, well, I would if I had off Thursday, I would do that. But I gotta work and then come home. I'm gonna have some turkey for dinner, and then watch some NXT, and I'll do my NXT review on Thursday. And Black Friday, gotta work. Hopefully, it won't be too busy and hectic, but we'll see. And then I'll come home Friday night, do my SmackDown review, and then get ready for the weekend. I got Saturday, which is probably gonna be another hectic day, but we'll see what happens with that. And I'll probably come home and just chill with the missus, and then get ready for the end of the weekend. Sunday, I got football Sunday. Jets are in action. The Giants are in action. The Niners are facing the Rams in LA at 4 o'clock. I think the Giants got the Eagles, I think, this week. I'm not sure. They got somebody, I think, at the 1 o'clock. I think the 1 o'clock game is Giants-Eagles, I think. I'm not sure. But in Philadelphia, but we'll see. That game is going to be for first place in the NFC East. Not that I care. Not that I care because the NFC East sucks. But I think the game of the week, and hopefully it'll be on Fox 5 here in the Northeast, Rams and Niners. But I'm gonna watch that game with my dad, and then I'm gonna celebrate Thanksgiving with my parents on Sunday, and have a nice meal. Watch the Niners hopefully win or lose, but we'll see. And then I'll probably be back home probably around 10 o'clock. And I'll hang out with the missus and just watch some TV and go on YouTube if anything comes around this weekend. We'll see. And that'll be it. And then start the new work week, the end of November, going into the start of December next week. And see what happens with all that. That's it. So thank you all for watching, everybody. I'm going to edit this video up and then probably go to bed and enjoy my Tuesday off, and that's it. So thank you for watching, everybody. 5 out of 10 stars for Raw. I have a little thing on here. You have a little pimple on my head. This is what it is, and that's pretty much all I guess about that. So thank you for watching. Peter Gilmore signing off. Good night, everybody, and I'm out. Peace, beaches.